Hello. Today was a big day. I wanted to talk about something that I was thinking about today. Just how important it is to be surface level sometimes. How important it is to be very simple and very just straightforward in a non-overthinking, non-technical, non-strategic, just kind of, what do people say, on the fly? Is that a phrase? On the fly? By the seat of your pants? It means something a little bit different, but just basically anything that is kind of simplistic, surface level, shallow. This is actually really deep. Because it just saves you so much energy. I've been noticing that for myself. It saves me so much energy, and it really allows for me to understand where I'm using too much energy and complicating things, because that's a sign of incompatibility or inauthenticity for me. I mean, it can be fun to dissect and understand things from a logical perspective and all of this, myself included. Like, I know how fun that is to get all super specific and nerdy about terminology and theories and observations. I know how fun that is. But sometimes it's good to apply, depending on what situation you're in. Sometimes it's best to just stick with, if it's overcomplicated, it's not really compatible. Long term, I mean, something that's compatible long term shouldn't be you have to dissect and prove to yourself, especially relationship wise, whether it's a job relationship or romantic or a platonic, whatever the dynamic is. There should be that surface level, gut level, when I'm not in super analytic mode, this feels right for me, just because it does. As simple as that. I think it's important to be able to get to that place in your thinking as a part of having certainty for yourself. And sometimes for a while, your certainty might look like, I'm certain that I am experimenting and paying attention and analyzing to find out what I might want, but know what you want to try or investigate or what you dream of. These are really good clues, and sometimes it's as simple as, that's just it. That's just what you want, point blank. Don't have to go into tons of theories and what ifs about it, because that's just not a sustainable way to live our lives, and it's not really a part of resilience. A part of resilience, and especially managing our stress levels and keeping them down as recovered people. Resilience is being able to have your energy, your active, analytical, strategic mind go towards more your big picture life purpose, and like the big projects that are really passionate to you, the things that it really, it's not, it doesn't change your emotional stability. or your emotional stability isn't like over leaning. Sorry, I'm really tired from this day. All I'm trying to say is that it's really important to just be surface level. I need to be more surface level right now. Um, it's really good to be in depth also at times, but I mean, especially when you're tired, like what I'm saying right now is kind of illustrating the point I'm trying to make. When you're really tired from just like the everyday challenges and you're trying to transform and grow and go towards important goals of your heart, and then you're also really tired from whatever means you are using or partnering with in the meantime in order to get to your bigger goals and help support you in your quest. You got to be compassionate for yourself and just be like, okay, let's be surface level. Let's just accept things at face value, and yeah, with relationships, that's especially important because so much of our stability and our identity is related to the relationships we have in our life. Like I said before, whatever type of relationship it is, you know, that really, we can take a lot of strategies to minimize the effect that it has on us. But if you're having to like make it your hobby or a second job to constantly modify your thoughts and feelings or convince yourself or logic yourself into why you should be a certain way or should be experiencing an environment or a person in a good, comforting, safe way, then I mean, you might want to just decide for yourself at some point it's not worth that constant energy and this thing shouldn't be planned on for long term. It doesn't mean that any like harm or uncaring would be involved, but it does mean that you need to question how you can be loyal to others. Yes, that's very important, and but also question yourself first. Like, are you being loyal to yourself? Are you being loyal to yourself? Like, above all, because if you're not being loyal to yourself, then you're not being authentic with other people, so you can't really be loyal to them. And you're not going to be as resilient long term because so much of your energy is going to be hung up and caught on this one or couple whatever areas of your life that are so draining. They're just not compatible for who you are and your natural inclinations and your grain, and the whole goal that we have here in being resilient, in taking pride in ourselves as recovered people, our goal is to be able to empower ourselves so that we can empower other people even more and think back, like, what resources did I want or did I need when I was in more in like the throes or whatever of that addicted time of my life. This is a little off topic too, but I was just thinking today how, addiction comes in many forms. Some are more damaging or have different types of damage, or some are definitely more damaging. But it's important to remember that the impulse for addiction is very natural and kind of innate to humanity's positive programming. You know, that desire to be passionate about something, to have an ongoing storyline and a strategy. And whenever you're addicted, you know, whatever it is, whatever you're addicted to, if it's substances or habits, like gambling, sex, um, what else, but food, whatever people are addicted to, uh, you know, even like um, negative forms of thought, negative thought patterns, things that we, you know, just seem normal to us because it's what we grew up around, it's all we know. Whatever our addiction is, addiction to school, addiction to controlling other people, or whatever your addiction is or has been. I mean, we're all addicted at some way constantly, is what I'm trying to say. But usually the word addiction is only related to, you know, things that have a really big, like, consensus. Like, the consensus is agreed upon that these things are just bad. No, it should not be. It's really destructive, like hyper destructive, and with very, like, few to none benefits coming out of it. You know, those type of addictions. So anyway, we're all addicted in some way, and because it's fulfilling this human, natural, intelligent inclination to have control, to strategize, to be creative, to have goals, to be like, I like this, like, be authentic to yourself, listen to your experience and love yourself, being like, I like this, I'm going to get this for myself, and I'm going to strategize for how I need to arrange my life so I can get it, you know? Like, addiction is very much steeped in that. And it's like when that same impulse has destructive, or, you know, perceived to be destructive conclusions, people call it an addiction. When it has positive conclusions, people call it a passion. So I think it's important to remember to affirm and thank ourselves for having the courage to exercise basically that innate human creative inclination and spirit, and like that strategic spirit, and being authentic to ourselves, to know ourselves, what we want. So that's just what I'm thinking about today. And I will talk again soon. I hope you all will affirm for yourself that everything happening is in your highest favor, and you can approach everything that you experience with curiosity and self-protection, and promise to yourself that whatever thought or emotion you approach mentally, that you're here to help yourself. Just remind yourself, I'm here to help you. How can I help? Picture yourself as like a wounded animal that you're approaching, and you're like, I want to be very careful not to scare you, not to hurt you. I see you're in pain. How can I help you? I'm here to help. So anyway, take care. Thank you for listening. Bye.